Ben Abbott, lovely to be here. All or nothing match. A spot in the final four. And that is going to be the task for the Aussie girls, to get around this massive block. Taryn Kloth, she's going to be quite a presence at the net, and she's been really effective. These girls, Ben, had to come through the qualifier, so they've been playing for a couple of days, and they're on the cusp of the final four.
Absolutely. They've 100% earned their stripes in this competition thus far and have proven to be a team not to be messed with. They knocked off the #1 seeds earlier in this competition in the tournament, the Australian team. And these two have a very, very impressive resume coming out of their college years. We'll talk about all their successes, including winning an AVP event in the USA. It was the Atlanta Open in 2021. They claimed the title.
That is no small feat. Let me tell you, that is not an easy thing to win on the AVP tour. Such an incredibly deep and competitive tour. The women's AVP is a stunning tour, and to win an event there, you know you've got your game in good working order, and they've started really well with the 3-0 scoreboard with the help of the breeze, but some good serving. That's a nice play. Jasmine Flemming, the 19-year-old, on the back of on the back of a third, I should say, at our Auschamps finals last weekend. So she's finished well on the last tournament she played with. She's looking for a Final Four on the Gold Coast Futures Tour, though. That would be quite an achievement.
Flemming's there again. Opportunity. Kendall on 2.
Oh, yeah.
Crushed into the corner of the court. And the Aussies with the fighting spirit. Flemming with a very positive start. Kendall with the serve back down the line on Taryn Kloth. Flemming, defensive touch, but the shot just too good. Not quite controlled. So a 4-2 scoreboard. The Australians will look to side out, keep it within 1 before the first end change. And these two athletes, both from Louisiana State College, had a lot of success. And Kendall goes over on 2 with the fadeaway snapshot.
That's a clever play because she can tell that the taller athlete in Nuss is coming in from the service line. So one of the ways they're going to break that block down is by playing that fast second play or setting lower and really making the blocker work. So good match awareness, good court awareness there from Britt Kendall. It's a good option for a 3-4 side change. The Aussies now trail by 2 on that service error. 5-3 Team USA.
Serving down on Flemming this time. Takes it on down the line, just missing. So the block of Taryn Kloth, ever present. Nuss gets the defensive play, drops it short of Britt Kendall. So an impressive defensive display already from what we know as one of, or currently the career record holder for college wins. The winningest player in the college system in Kristen Nuss. 139 career wins throughout her college years. It's a great swing there from the Australians. 4 serving 7. They go on Kloth. Tight set, cut. Kendall with the dig this time. Tight set as well. And the stuff block. Just like that. Taryn Kloth closes and shuts the gate there. 8-4 scoreboard. So they go on Flemming. A bit more space on the set this time, but Kloth is there one more time, jumping in and taking the space cross court. And we mentioned, I mean, you mentioned it earlier as well, Jonathan, that these guys have come all the way through the qualifiers. They've taken out the #1 seeds, and they're looking for a spot in the top 4. And against a fairly new combination from Australia. But some really positive signs are that a tough ask for our young Aussies against a very experienced and campaigned US combination.
Yeah, absolutely. But for the Aussie girls, it's an interesting combination. We've got a lady in Britt Kendall who's really experienced, but is only just working her way back into the game after a 2-year hiatus from a pretty serious back injury. So she's still got some upside and some form to find. And then, of course, Jasmine Flemming at 19 years of age, well, it's all upside, isn't it, for her? Gosh, the sky's the limit for her and her abilities. So an experienced combination, as you said, from the US, and their game is in great form. That's going to be called out, though, I suspect. So that's going to help the Aussie. So I think for the Aussie combination, they know they've got a massive block. Taryn Kloth puts up such a big block. Their fast game, their variety, they need to work the block over, and they'll be fine. So that's a good start to their comeback.
And Jasmine Flemming right on cue, Sir Jonathan Fogarty with the super coach tactics there.
No, that's great. Brings up a 7-9 scoreboard now, so a little comeback with the breeze behind them. So that's interesting. They're really asking questions of Kloth at this stage. Both an indoor and an outdoor athlete. They come through that university system, that NCAA system, which just produces so many wonderful volleyballers and beach volleyballers for the ladies especially. They have a beach program. Here's an opportunity for the Aussies, though. That's an opportunity wasted. Out was the call. Taryn saying, I didn't touch it. She looks believable, too, when she says that. Her poker face is spectacular. She did miss it by a fair margin, I should say. But sometimes, Ben, and this will shock you, sometimes the athletes say they didn't touch it, and maybe they just didn't feel it.
No.
And they actually did. No, it's a true story. But not these ladies. They have impeccable karma, and they get the reward for it with an ace.
So you're saying I've lost a lot of points from athletes not being honest.
I'm afraid that can sometimes happen.
Hopes and dreams shattered just like that.
Just in a heartbeat. Gosh, some really good serving, but not on this occasion. That's Kristen Nuss just missing with the serve. The breeze into their faces, so we're seeing the athletes at what is the southern end of the beach. So left of camera, folks, if you don't know the geography here on the Gold Coast where we are at Coolangatta, the left-hand side is the southern end of the beach. And that shot into the right-hand side of the court is the northern end of Coolangatta Beach. So if you know Surfers Paradise, that's up to the north from where we are here. Sydney is to the south, for those of you who are trying to work out your geography. We're right on the border of Queensland and New South Wales. We're a 12-8 scoreboard. Team USA looking reasonably comfortable. They've started really well. First ball over is going to ask questions that they cannot answer. That is clever from the number one, Kristen Nuss, and they'll go to the technical timeout. Team USA 13 leading Australia 8. Welcome back to centre court action here at Coolangatta Beach, a ladies' quarterfinal match. The winner of this will go through to Sunday and a semi-final and the medal rounds. The loser will bid adieu to this round of the Gold Coast Futures event and finish in 5th place. My name is Jonathan Fogarty, privileged to be in commentary with Ben Abbott. And Ben, the Aussie girls, a little bit of work to do in this first set.
Absolutely. We see a well put together point here already, and Flemming just couldn't quite swing on that one. Maybe the set drifted off a little bit. We got a breeze, you mentioned it just before the technical timeout, coming from north to south here on centre court. So the Aussie girls, the team in green, can be a little bit more aggressive, can afford to be more aggressive and swing harder into the wind. I just need to get a pass and some tough serving, really asking questions of the Australian offense. As doing the damage from the baseline is Taryn Kloth, 24 years of age, standing at 6'4", doing the blocking duties for this USA combination.
And they're really going after Jasmine Flemming now. Back-to-back bad service receptions and errors, but She gets this one into play, but they're going to get a transition ball, and there is not much that Britt Kendall can do from that position. So the USA have really put their foot down coming out of that technical timeout. They've gone bang, 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 and that will cause the Aussies to call that timeout because they are under siege now in this first set of the women's quarterfinal, 16 points to 8. There is much that they need to do to get themselves back into this match. The Team USA, Taryn and Kristen, I feel like I can call them that now. They seem like lovely ladies, and they're playing great.
Beautiful part of the world, the Coolangatta Beach, Gold Coast, the location for this Beach Pro Tour Futures event. We open up the borders and the world once again to all of our international visiting teams, and beach volleyball, international beach volleyball is back. Thanks to Volleyball World and the Beach Pro Tour Futures event here. Thanks for joining us on the Beach Volleyball World YouTube channel. You can also check out all the latest results and score schedules, all that sort of bits and pieces on the Volleyball World application and the Volleyball World TV app as well to watch anywhere, anytime. We return to the action here on center court. It's a scoreboard of 16 serving 8, USA in control.
And a little adjustment there. I don't know if you picked it up at home, folks, but Flemming and Kendall changed sides. So Jasmine swapped over to the right-hand side for serve-receive, and Britt played the left-hand side, and that was just enough. They still found Jasmine with a serve, but it did change her point of attack, and she was good enough to hit the winner, but the serve let her down. So we'll see if she stays on the right side. She does, but gosh, a lot of work to do now. That scoreboard heavily in favour of Team USA. The qualifiers are really putting the pressure on the Aussie girls. Oh, and they just can't land a blow at the moment, the Aussies.
Yeah, some impressive pressure from this baseline as USA go to an 18-9 lead. Keeping that ball on the young Jasmine Flemming, who she can get a pass, as she does so here. Opportunity now to really open up the shoulder, snap off the top of the block, and that is what this young 19-year-old is capable of. Playing with experience beyond her years, guided by the experience of Britt Kendall, who is a top athlete within Australia, a top 5 finish at the Asian Championships, and getting a bronze medal with the young Jasmine Flemming here at the Australian Championships just last weekend. So at 19, pushing beyond her years.
That's a really smart swing. Kristen Nuss using the breeze, hitting with a little topspin snap into the corner. Another point on the board for Team USA. 19-10 now. They are in control of this first set. This is Taryn Kloth back to the service line, asking questions with the serve again. Oh, what a pickup. That is just spectacular hands. It's going to be a free ball, but gosh, what a wonderful defensive play. And she's going to get a transition opportunity to set her partner. And it's Kristen Nuss for mine. The defense, yes, Kloth hit the winner, but the defense from Nuss was just spectacular, Ben Abbott.
That was absolutely the difference in that rally just there. We've got a set point opportunity for the USA off the back of the Kristen Nuss defense. Her partner, Taryn Kloth, back to the baseline of serve on Flemming once more. The Australian looking to stay in it, and Nuss is there with another healthy defensive touch. Kloth goes over on 2. Flemming, Nuss outstretched once more. The drop shot short. Kendall on 2. Australia get it done.
Well, she is never say die. This Kristen Nuss just refuses to let the ball hit the sand here at Coolangatta Beach. And it's lovely sand too. It's deep and it's soft and it's welcoming. But she won't let the ball die. That is a never say die effort. But they save one set point, the Aussies, but they trail by 9. So they are absolutely looking down the barrel of one good roll shot, and the first set is over. And there it is, folks. So the ball has been called down. So 21-11, that is comprehensive. Taryn Kloth and Kristen Nuss from the USA have won the first set over Jasmine Flemming and Britt Kendall from Australia. When we come back, second set action will be underway.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second set action coming your way here at the Volleyball World Beach Pro Tour Futures event at Coolangatta Beach on the Gold Coast of Australia, the land down under. We open up our arms and welcome all the international visiting teams in this centre court matchup between Australia and the USA. USA, the combination of Taryn Kloth and Kristen Nuss, taking that first set, 21 points to 11. And as my co-commentator counterpart says, a comprehensive victory. And Jonathan Fogarty, my commentating maestro, my friend, I welcome you back for this second set. First points on the board to the USA.
Yeah, this is a real perilous situation that we find ourselves in here. If you're in the Britt Kendall, Jasmine Flemming camp, they are being heavily outclassed. Jasmine Flemming, the 19-year-old, she played with such poise and such assurity against the Japanese ladies earlier in the day, but I think she's gone up in quality of opposition here. The USA have absolutely dismantled her serve reception and she hasn't been able to hit with the same freedom. They've now switched sides again, so she's playing on props her non-preferred side for serve reception on the right. So they are looking for anything at the moment to try and take the pressure off Jasmine Flemming.
On to this time is Taryn Kloth. Off the back of, again, a relentless defense in Kristen Nuss, with a 3-0 scoreboard to kickstart this second set.
And Jasmine, just as a 19-year-old, you don't have a wealth of experience, Ben. You know, you can't say, oh, I remember 5 years ago we were in this situation and this is what we did. You know, it's all fresh and new. So Britt Kendall's showing her experience. It's a nice swing from Jazz. She showed no emotion, but it was Britt that was a cheerleader and trying to pump up her tyres and get a bit of positivity back into Jasmine. She doesn't necessarily show a lot of emotion on court, but Britt really trying to light a fire underneath her young partner on that occasion. Oh, but that's just compelling from the USA combination.
I think one thing that's really exciting about Jasmine is she doesn't quite know how good she is, which is a really exciting prospect for her. Knowing that she's already training at the highest level with the Volleyroos in Brisbane, and Kendall puts her away on two. She's training with those top athletes. She's guided by the top athletes, and you know that wealth of experience and that worldly experience. When she gets on the tour more, we'll just feel the confidence and the growth from this young lady.
And I'm wondering if it's all of this running in and blocking for Jazz Kendall all weekend. She looks a little bit tired. It looks like she's breathing deep. It's really Britt Kendall who's up and about and full of energy. So she's trying to lift her younger partner. Certainly the body language from Jazz is a little bit down-tempo. She looks a little bit heavy-shouldered. For the Team USA combination, well, they're all business. Kristen Nuss back to the service line. And her partner, Taryn Kloth, at the net. So they have been relentless in their pursuit of Jasmine Flemming, just missing on that occasion. Or did they?
No, the first official overruling the call must have tagged the sideline on the way through.
Ouch.
A game of millimeters.
That's going to leave a mark. That hurts.
Tough gig.
Ouch.
With the USA in control, and then something like that happening just doesn't feel the confidence of the Aussies at all. Flemming high, tight, utilising the block, well controlled by Kloth. And Nuss, the agile and dynamic defense, turned to offense in the snap of a wrist.
Yeah, that's nice. That's clever play from Nuss, just to turn it inside out, but get a lot of top spin on the ball. Then the Aussie girls have to play it pretty high above their head, and you lose control quite easily in that situation. Nuss maybe still a bit pumped up from her last winner. She goes a bit too far with that serve. So Team USA, though, absolutely in control of this match. 21-11 in the first set and leading 3-7 in the second. They go back to the taller athlete in Kloth. She can just place that ball at will down the line. That's really nice control by Team USA. Not trying to do too much with the ball, conserving energy, playing smart. Tactically, they've been rock solid in this game. The number 16 seeds. Oh, and then the serve off the net. Well, that's a heartbreaker for the Aussies. They just can't find a break at the moment, Brad.
Yeah, it's all USA at the moment. Unfortunately, the team is gunning from the baseline, riding on their confidence, utilizing their experience, and the Aussies trying to find a way an avenue. And again, Taryn Kloth, 6'4" at the net, a wall, but just the awareness as well to make the adjustment on the shot that is being offered to her as Australia call a timeout, trailing this second set. 3 points, serving 10. We return.
And a big shout out to all of Taryn's alumni. She came through the Crichton University program. I happen to know they won the Big East Conference 4 times, 4 years in a row. So that is an incredible performance by the Crichton University program there in the Big East. Part of that wonderful NCAA program that they have in the States. I know many Australian athletes, particularly the ladies, were a big part of the different NCAA programs over the years. Gold Coast got their own Olympian in Nicole Sanderson through the Pepperdine program. She went on to get a 4th place at the Athens Olympics in 2004. She was part of a very good indoor program at Pepperdine. So the USA college system has been good to many different nations, and they certainly, I know many Aussies have enjoyed their time. Our own Caitlin Bettany played in the States through the NCAA program as well. So
Absolutely. Jessica Namo.
Jess Namo. Oh, we love Jess. We miss Jess. Get well soon, Jess. Great serving. We're back underway. A 10-3 scoreboard. Team USA in control, but that's clever. Nice to see Britt Kendall getting a chance to express herself above the net, showing a bit of clarity of mind to tune the ball or wipe it off the blocker's arms there. It's a rare wipe off the block of Taryn Kloth. She's been relentless with her blocking above the net, has Kloth.
Yeah, very dynamic. Fantastic adjuster of positioning. She gets served. And Flemming gets a block back. Ball still alive. Flemming with an opportunity.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, up the top of the hands. Jasmine Flemming sending out the good vibes from here in the commentary booth.
And the crowd finding their voice as well. Britt Kendall trying to drag her back into this match and get her fired up emotionally, but it was a steady, confident and intelligent play from Jazz Flemming. She backs it up with a searching serve. Is this the moment that they need? That's a great shot though. Gosh, just when you think you've got Team USA on the back foot, Nuss on that occasion just comes up with just an inch perfect shot.
Absolutely.
The 33-year-old just showing such great court craft. 11-5 now.
Just clips the tape, dribbles over once more. Kristen Nuss doing the damage from the baseline. A little bit of luck favouring the pressure of the USA. 12-5. Going on Flemming from the right side. The wrap-around play onto a preferred side. Swings and a defensive dig. Hustle from Kloth. Free ball Australia. Kendall takes this one. An opportunity once more to attack as the set's put tight. Kendall reaches. And a net call. A point Australia. Good hustle and energy there.
They did need that one too. I think, you know, the USA just keep getting the ball back up and getting it back into play. I thought that was going to be an overpass by the Aussies, but they got lucky. They caught a bit of luck with Taryn Kloth in the net, so they'll take that at 6-12. There's still a heartbeat in the Aussie campaign, but gosh, they've got a way to go. USA still very much in control of this match because they keep putting the ball down. They keep making very few errors. 13 points to 6. Second set is on the line in a women's quarterfinal. Once again, Taryn Kloth and Kristen Nuss, Team USA. The 16 seeds came through qualifying, as we've said. And they are one set away from being in the Final Four in the medal rounds tomorrow.
Kendall on 2 this time. Capitalising on the faster tempo pass from Flemming. And finds a way snapping it deep into the corner. So 7 points, serving 13. One away from the technical timeout midway through this second set. This women's quarterfinal just wide from Flemming. It'll be a 14-7 scoreboard midway through the second set. Women's quarterfinal here for the Beach Tour Futures event on the Gold Coast Coolangatta Beach.
Underway again. Team USA, Kloth and Nuss in control of this women's quarterfinal match. A spot in the final four and the medal rounds tomorrow for the winner. The loser will take 5th place. And that's just inch perfect again. She's so, for the taller athlete, her ball control and her shot selection particularly. Taryn Kloth has been absolutely rock solid. She's been a complete volleyballer from the baseline to the net and everything in between in this match. Putting the Aussies under incredible pressure into the breeze with her serve.
Yeah, the breeze really coming from north to south now, folks. It's impacting the center court. Waves of skill from both teams on center court. And Flemming with a nice poke just over the top, sent it wide again, doing really... It's just, honestly, just trying everything she can at it. And she's making the most of the experience. She's doing what she can and working hard. 17 on the board.
The radar's a bit scrambled for Jazz in this game. It's not been her best performance. And she's going to be really hard on herself, but she's played so beautifully all week. She's not going to be defined by whatever happens in this match in the eyes of Australian volleyball fans. That's for sure. But it is Team USA absolutely transcendent in this match. 18 points to 8 now in the second set. They are only 3 points away from a spot in the final four. What can Jazz and Britt do against the all-seeing, all-knowing, all-touching Taryn Kloth? There's very little they can do. She is everywhere right now. Brings up another point, 19 points to 8. Team USA are in a hurry.
All right, Jonathan Fogarty, I throw you in the deep end. You are about to attack against a Taryn Kloth block. What do you do?
I am going to hit it hard down the line for a winner. I'm going to back myself. Because what happens as a bigger blocker, you started to get a lot of touches. You do start to creep in a little bit from your line. You try and take more and more of the cross court. And just unconsciously, you can open up the line a little bit. And that just shows wonderful experience from the Aussies to take that line that she offered them. And they took it. So all credit to them. And 9-19. There's still the faintest of heartbeats here for the Aussie campaign on centre court. But gosh, it would take nothing short of a Coolangatta miracle to pull this one out of the fire, because the Team USA can do no wrong. And that brings up so many match points. I can't even count anymore, Ben Abbott.
That's so impressive there. It was a fantastic serve from Australia as well. And the ball control from Kristen Nuss to give height and time on the set and Kloth to put away. So opportunity not taken from the USA as Australia save 1 match point, but still 10 to find and 10 to save as Britt Kendall goes back to the line. Questions asked about the contact on a little bit of friendly fire. Unintentional, I'm sure. But set and match point number 2 for the USA. Short on Kloth. Hard down line. Kendall reads it, gets the scoop. But the USA will take that match and through to the semifinals. The top 4 finish for Taryn Kloth and Kristen